Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ninth episode of the Urban Rap Podcast. Today, we'll be focusing on R&B and giving our breakdown of the 10 greatest male R&B artists. First of all, as always, let's say hello to the guys. We'll start with Bill. How's it going, Bill?
Yeah, mate, not bad. It's been an up and down week this week, mate. To be honest,
Why is that?
mate, it's fucking wisdom tooth's killing me. To be honest,
Yeah?
yeah, it's fucking in the back of my mouth, killing.
Well, let's hope it brings you some wisdom with it.
Mate,
Jack,
never gonna happen.
Jack, how's it going, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, man. How you doing, all right?
Yeah, man. My hay fever's killing me because the weather's been shit. Like, it's been raining bears, so hay fever's killing me. I can't lie.
Makes it worse, doesn't it?
I know. I think I can feel it in my throat even now. So my voice sounds a bit funny. That's why. But yeah, man. It's well. Look, let's get straight into the news. The big story, obviously, in this country anyway, the return of football, the Premier League. So it's not normally something we'd touch on, but then there is a very valid reason to touch on it. So in the first couple of games, so recording this on, it's Thursday. So in yesterday's games, Man City versus Arsenal, before that Sheffield United went to Aston Villa. All the players at the start, for 8 seconds, they took a knee. After the first whistle was blown, they took a knee, which was, it was great. It was just a show of power, empowerment as well, using their stage, their stature, their influence as well. So it was really good to see that, as you'd expect, all players took part. They all took a knee. How is it for you, Bill, like to see it? How did it make you feel?
Mate, it was a bit of a shock at first, to be honest, because it was like the whistle went, and I was waiting for the ball to be kicked, and all of a sudden everyone just went down. I was like, well, what's going on? And then I realised the meaning behind it. But the thing is, it's very powerful because the stage they've got, it being the Premier League, it's the most watched league in the world. So that's going to be seen globally. I mean, I remember when Sancho the other week kind of lifted his shirt up and it said, like, rest in peace, George Floyd, Black Lives Matter. And that went absolutely crazy on Twitter. So they're using their stage for the greater good, really.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, the game took place. If you saw, you'll know the results. It was, like Jack, it was almost kind of fitting that Raheem Sterling scored the first goal. He was one of the most vocal Premier League players about the whole situation, what's going on. It was almost fitting that he scored the goal. Obviously, a lot of celebrities across the world have said their bit. Footballs in particular. I'm going to touch on the Rashford story as well. Obviously, where he's raised 20 million for children, children charities, and obviously he got the decision reversed to stop giving out free meals. Premier League players, especially Black Premier League players, have come together so much in this time. Are you surprised? Are you, obviously it's all uplifting, but obviously with Sterling scoring the first goal, Rashford stories, things like that. As a culture, as a country rather, seeing people do this at such a young age, what message does that send to other people in the country, older people and politicians?
Yeah, it's good to see, man. Especially with Rashford, like to see that decision overturned from obviously Boris Johnson saying no about that. Like it was just so nice for it to be overturned, especially so quickly as well. So it was just good for him to do something so big like that. And obviously with Sterling scoring, especially he's had a lot of racial stuff like aimed towards him, especially with the media and stuff like that. So obviously with all Black Lives Matter on the back of their shirts and everything like that, it's like a big kind of fuck you in it to everyone who was saying these things about him. Because for me, he's never done anything wrong. Never done anything wrong. And all these media articles I've seen about him buying his mum a house and stuff like that, it's just like they're slating him for every little thing he could do. It's a big fuck you to them. So that was, it was good to see, man.
No, definitely, 100%. Look, I'm sure we're all glad to see the Premier League back from a sports side of things, but obviously to see what they're doing, how they're using their stages, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. So fair play to them, and especially Marcus Rashford on what he's done as well. So we'll move over to America before we come back to the UK to finish off. Right, big Twitter campaign going on at the moment. Don't know if anyone's seen it. I'm sure people have because it's massive. So J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, two of the most gifted artists of a generation, without a doubt. Two of the best of a generation, without a doubt. They're now getting Twitter campaigns to cancel J. Cole, cancel Kendrick Lamar. People are going at them purely because people don't feel they've done enough to support the Black Lives Matter movement. First off, instant thoughts. Jack, what does that make you think of?
I don't know, especially with Kendrick Lamar, because he's so vocal usually about obviously oppression and stuff like that with his last 2 albums and stuff. But it just surprises me with him, especially with, like we were talking about the other week about the performance that he done at one of the award shows and stuff. It just does surprise me with him. Obviously, I haven't seen too much of the Twitter stuff, so I don't really know what's going on. But yeah, man, it is surprising. And obviously with J. Cole, I don't know why he hasn't spoken out either, but it is quite surprising to me.
Bill, for you, like 2 artists that are known for speaking out, you know, known about talking about it. J. Cole's one of the first to support Colin Kaepernick with Taking a Knee. Kendrick has always been vocal about political situations. Now, are they being victimized almost online? Are people wrong in thinking they should do something? So let's have a go for not doing something. Is that wrong?
I mean,
you're right.
I suppose the way you got to look at it is J. Cole kind of did touch on the subject the other week. I just seen something on Twitter not long ago with Chance the Rapper actually going at J. Cole about it. But do you know what? Like, maybe they haven't done anything in the mainstream media, but what are they doing in the background, you know? You've kind of... The media like to touch on things and they like to pick like little flaws out in stories. But as I just said, we don't know what's going on in the background. They could come out of a song. There could be a freestyle or something along the line. You never know, really.
No, 100%.
I don't doubt that Kendrick is not making an album about it or something like that. Because that's something that Kendrick will do. And he is quite quiet, really. And then he comes back with an album and then a whole promo and stuff like that. So it wouldn't surprise me if it comes out and there's an album around this whole matter. But yeah, obviously, like Bill says, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes and what they're doing. They might be doing a lot in their hometowns and stuff like that. So
yeah, 100%. It's unfortunate, let's put it that way, to start with, obviously, of what's going on in terms of the rappers being picked out, because I'm sure there's other people who haven't done, or I don't want to say haven't done stuff, because again, you're totally right, you don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. But in terms of that situation, it's quite unfortunate. But, you know, we'll wait and see what happens. Like, as a whole, as we come off the topic, as always, urban rap always give their support to Black Lives Matter, the movement, the fight. And you know what, hopefully, as of the last time we said it, maybe we are 1 week closer to, you know, getting equal rights for all. Let's just hope. But yes, until next week, we'll move on to news in the UK. So, one story that came out literally today was Potter Paper. He's been released from prison. He's back. Really quickly, any fans of Potter Paper in here?
No, man.
I thought Bill was.
Man. What's he?
Yeah, I like him, man.
He's local and he's Clacton or something.
He's around here, man.
Where's he around? I thought he was from Clacton, to be honest.
That was what he went away for, and he was
right, yeah.
in Clacton. But yeah, man, I like Potter Paper. He's probably he's a good lyricist, man.
Yeah,
a big lyricist for us. And on time of filming this, apparently he's dropped a freestyle as well. So that's something I'll be listening to as soon as we finish this podcast.
Definitely.
He's got to say for himself.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because he's never short of opinion. Let's put it that way, Potter Paper. So be interested to see. And finally, big UK news, because let's be honest, whether you like them or not, they always make noises. Their songs always get people on the dance floor, and that is, of course, NSG. As time of recording, it's Thursday, and they are releasing their album at midnight. So today at midnight, they're releasing their new album, NSG. It has got features of Tion Wayne and Chipmunk on there. Look, guys, I'm sure we're all expecting more of the same. Club bangers, dancing tunes. It's probably got a dance in there that everyone's going to learn, and whatever else. You excited by the album?
50-50 really. I think I touched on it the other week. I do think a lot of their stuff does sound very similar. Flows are very similar in songs. Beats are very similar. So yeah, I mean, especially if there's some good features on there, it's going to be definitely worth a listen to.
Definitely, I am looking forward to it. I'll be honest, I am. I'm not a huge NSG fan, but their songs are always catchy.
Yeah, they're catchy.
So I'm looking forward to it. We'll wait and see. So now we come on to the main body of the podcast. This was hard. Let's not get it twisted. This was hard. It was so hard to the point that we had to split it male and female, right? And we are going to do a female one in the coming weeks, but it was too hard to put more than one. We also had to give a time scale. So we had to say, right, nothing past, I think we agreed about 98, you know, maybe a year or two, give or take. But about 98, we said, right, let's go 98 onwards. This was hard. So male R&B artist top 10. As always, we'll fly through the first one, then we'll debate on our final list. And it's going to be controversial. You know, me and Jack, yeah, same sort of age, but we've got different opinions on R&B. You know, Bill, more new school. It'll be interesting what he comes out with. So we're going to start with Bill. Then it'll be me, then it'll be Jack. On how to go. So way we'll do it, we'll fly through really quickly. Just give me a name, a couple of lines about them, and then we'll flick on, and then eventually we'll get to the ultimate list and go from there. So 10 through to 1. Bill, take it away.
Right, so number 10, I've gone in with John Legend, funny enough. Do you know what? A lot of people are going to be like, oh, like, he's not great. But do you know what? His songs, it's always like one of them sad songs or one of them slow songs. I don't know, it's all of me. Whenever I listen to that song, I love that song, man. It's like, I've always said, that's definitely one of the songs you'd kind of want to do your first dance to at your wedding or something like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I like him, man. He's good.
Solid pick. Fair enough. Solid pick. Well, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. So for me, number 10, I'll put Jeremiah number 10.
Okay.
I'll put Jeremiah number 10. Reason is, I really like Jeremiah, don't get me wrong. I really do. His voice is very unique in R&B songs. His features are great. Some people might have him higher. The reason I don't have him higher, I don't think I could listen to a whole album of Jeremiah. I don't think I could listen to even maybe 2 whole songs of just Jeremiah. But features, you name it, he's got some amazing features out there. He's worked with some of the best. So for me, Jeremiah was my number 10. Jack.
Number 10, I've come in with a new school artist. So I put Jacquees in. And he's new school. And he also said he was the king of R&B. So there was all that like kind of stuff going on around him. But I like him, man. I think he brings like that old school sound back. So that's what I like about him. And I put him in as a solid number 10 just because I could listen to his last 2 albums all the way through. So yeah, man, I think he's a solid one. He's coming up in the ranks and stuff. So yeah, man, number 10 for me.
Fair enough. Can't argue that. Can't argue that at all. Bill, number 9.
From number 9, I've gone in with Rice and Triller.
Who?
Who's that?
I can't say.
Rice and Tiller.
Tiller, right. Cool. Right. I think I listened to his album that he dropped in 2018, I want to say. 2019.
What was before that?
Which one? There's 2. He's got 2.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the one's called, man. I remember it's in my playlist somewhere.
Carry on.
Anyway, yeah, man. It's just, I mean, I was kind of going through older artists, newer artists, and he was one of them kind of ones that popped ahead. I was like, oh yeah, I remember listening to one of the albums, and I rated him, man.
Yeah, fair enough. Very good vocalist. Very good vocalist. Right, for me, number 9. I have just switched my number 9 and 8 just right now. I just looked at my list and I have just switched them. So number 9 now for me is Nelly. And this might surprise people, but I actually went with Nelly because off camera we made jokes about it.
Oh yeah.
We made jokes about it, but you know what? I then pre'd it and I thought, hold on, let me actually look at his songs back in the day. The guy was fire back in the day. Let's not get it twisted. You know, RnB, when that come on the scene, you still hear it now. Hot in here, you still hear it now. For me, it's the other ones. It was My Place. That was a banger. The one which name I always forget with the cowboy.
Over and over.
Over and over. Absolute banger. Hamish Portia was a bit newer. Good song.
Yeah.
But for me, Grills. Oh, what a song. He made some absolute bangers. So for me, number 9 is Nelly. Jack.
I'm just going to put a spoiler in there, and I didn't put Nelly in because I didn't really know whether to put him in because I don't know if he's R&B, hip hop. So I didn't put him in the list, but he would be in the list if I thought he was R&B. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Number 9 for me, I'll put Jeremiah in. Obviously, the same reasons for Sanjay and stuff. I can't listen to a whole project from him. But one of my favourite projects is the one he done with all the UK artists and stuff. And it had like Steph London on there, Captain Conan was on there. That was a solid project for me. Yeah, man, he's been going for about 10 years now, 10, 11 years. So he's got the longevity there as well, feature king as well. So yeah, man, number 9 for me.
Yeah, quality artist. We've gone through it already. Yeah, definitely. Bill, on to number 8.
Number 8, I've got Nelly for myself. Same kind of reasons, you know, solid features. Kind of, yeah. His albums are decent as well. Obviously, you've got Nasty Girl, absolute banger, still plays on radios now, or on your old school kind of radio stations. You've got Dilemma. So, yeah, solid in at number 8, man.
Fair, very absolutely fine. Number 8 for me. Right, he is R&B. I've done my research. He's R&B. He has moved hip hop since, but he's R&B, and that's Tory Lanez. Don't at me.
Okay.
He's R&B. Don't ever at me.
That was another one as well for me.
Yeah.
You know what he was.
For me, he just done a lot of his stuff when he was R&B. Like, don't get me wrong, the last one, his last sort of project was probably more hip hop, leans towards hip hop without a doubt. But when he come on the scene, everything he's done, the guy is. I kind of regret putting him so low now. He's fire. He's amazing. You know, we all know about his stuff outside of music and Instagram and all that, whatever. But he is a star. You know, vocals. He's got a vocal. Let's be totally honest, like cards on the table, guys. He's got the vocals. He's got the voice that we all want and girls all love. All right, let's not get it twisted. All right, girls love his vocals. We wish we could sing like him. He's amazing. But for me, Tory Lanez, number 8. Jack, how about for you?
Number 8 for me, I'll put The Weeknd at number 8.
Okay.
Just because of his old stuff, really. Like when he was first coming on the scene and he was blowing up and that, his old stuff was hard, man. And the stuff he was talking about was just like, he had the girls going crazy, man. But yeah, and he's another one. He reinvents himself every project he does as well. So he's always got a different like persona, there's a different storyline going on for each album, and like just the creativeness of it. It's just it's unmatchable, man, for someone in R&B these days to do something like that. So yeah, man, he's number 8.
100%, amazing artist. Number 7, Bill.
Number 7, I've gone for Craig David. Now,
Jack's gone. He's got it.
So I'm judging him.
Yeah, he is. He's judging you.
Like, he's born to do it, album, man. It's banging. It's banging. And the thing I like about Craig David, is he even like he's come out with newer stuff to this date. Like he's come on like that kind of more jumpy R&B vibe now as well, don't you think?
We are not going to answer that until later. We're going to stay there. All right, we will leave it until the main list. But that was your number 7, right?
Correct.
7, fine. For me, number 7, I've got John Legend, number 7. Bill, I think you sort of undersold him a bit there. I think the guy's brilliant. He's brilliant. Vocals, everything. You know, some of his songs, they're just amazing. Yeah, he's the old school slow R&B.
Yeah.
You know, he is that. And obviously R&B, people like to dance in songs, you know, and whatever else. He's just that pure, all about his voice R&B, which, I think he's brilliant. But Bill, you've touched on him already. So yeah, number 7 for me, John Legend. Jack, back to you.
Number 7 for me, I'll put in Trey Songz. And just for his consistency, man. Obviously, when Chris Brown kind of fell off a little bit after the Rihanna incident, he kind of took over there and he was on a massive scale then. But yeah, he's just consistent. Every album and project he drops, it's just great, man. He don't really put a foot wrong, really. And yeah, man, number 7.
Yeah, definitely Mr. Consistent. You know, doesn't really make bad songs, does he? Bill, number 6.
Number 6, like Jack just touched on it, same kind of reasons, Mr. Consistent, you know, Trey Songz. Any feature he's on, it's always going to be a banging tune. Every album he's dropped, it's been decent, man. Every single song you kind of look at, it's decent. Yeah,
like you say, if you see a Trey Songz feature, you'll put that on straight away.
Yeah, the guy's amazing. The guy is amazing. He's a personal favourite of mine as well, without doubt. But for me, what number? Number 6.
Yeah.
Number 6 for me, Jack. I think you undersold him. Is The Weeknd. But I love The Weeknd, man. He's sick. I ain't gonna say nothing, but he's just sick. We all know, you know, the people he's collabed with, things like that. We laughed about it the other podcast when we said, "Oh, his 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack." Oh, banging!
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. Like he's amazing. Let's put it that way. You know, but we'll talk about him more in the final list. Number 6, Jack.
Number 6, I put Ty Dolla $ign. And I did have him lower down in the list, so obviously the weekend would have been higher then. But yeah, he's just a feature king for me, man. You know, it's another one, you see him featured on the track and you know that's going to be a banger as well. And yeah, man, I just like it. And I just like the way he sings, the way his flow is, stuff like that. And he'll always take it to a different level, whoever he's featured with. So yeah, man, I just put him up. It was hard to do this list anyway, but yeah, man, I swapped Ty Dolla $ign around. He's number 6 for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely fine. Another great artist, brilliant artist. So, top 5 now. Bill, who is your number 5?
I've gone for The Weeknd at number 5.
Yeah.
You know, as you two have both just said, his older stuff I prefer to his newer stuff, personally. That 50 Shades album that came out was good. Funny enough, I don't like the Black Panther album with Kendrick. I've never been a fan of that, to be honest. And his After Hours has just dropped. I don't really like that one either.
So you put him at number 5, but you don't like After.
I like his older stuff.
So that's why I put him lower, man. But yeah, the Black Panther one was good. I like that.
I don't really like it, to be honest, man.
I mean, he's only featured on a few tracks, but
it's Pray for me, innit? I don't like the song for some reason.
Yeah, no, I like that. The whole album in the whole is so sick.
Interesting. Right. So number 5 for me. It was RnB when he first come out, definitely. It's T-Pain. T-Pain.
Okay.
It was RnB when he first come out. Anyone tries to tell me that Buy You a Drink wasn't RnB, then whatever. But the guy's T-Pain. You know, from his Kiss with Chris Brown, Buy You a Drink, I'm in Love with a Stripper, all of that. The guy's he's just gone on forever. And he's another one. I don't think he makes a bad song. T-Pain, I don't think he makes a bad song, to be honest. And it's always a banger like you want to dance to as well. So for me, number 5 was T-Pain. Jack.
Number 5, man. I don't know if you're expecting this or not, but I'm putting Frank Ocean in at number 5. And the reason, I don't know, like...
Explain.
Right, he dropped a visual album, yeah, which was pure R&B, right? And then next day, he dropped another album. So, like, for the work rate there, it was mad. And then, obviously, his Channel Orange album that he dropped before that, that was one of the most critically acclaimed albums that you could have had when he was signed to Odd Future and stuff like that. But it's also for his ghostwriting credits as well. So he's ghostwritten for people like Justin Bieber, Beyonce, John Legend. He's written for Brandy, done Alicia Keys, and another lower one in there, he's done Conor Maynard songs as well. So for his ghostwriting, that puts him higher up on my list. I wasn't going to put him in, but for the work that he's done and when I actually do deep it, and yeah, he's mad. And I think he's won 2 Grammys as well. So like, just the work rate is crazy for this guy. Even though he does go quiet a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think he's an elite artist.
Just on Frank Ocean, I remember there was a concert in his hometown. I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago. And someone was performing, and it said on the flyer, special guest. Everyone thought it was Frank Ocean.
Yes.
And Drake come out.
Yes.
And it's the first time ever Drake was booed for his whole set.
He was booed off the stage, yeah.
He was booed off the set. So wherever Frank Ocean's from, I love that city, first of all.
Yeah,
Secondly, to boo off Drake in favour because you wanted Frank Ocean.
That's crazy, isn't it?
That's mad. Like, if you said that to someone who didn't know that story, like, they'd be like, nah, he wouldn't get booed.
It's like that. It's like, you know, like Tyler, the Creator and all their kind of fan base. It's a weird fan base, I think. So if they hear anything that they don't want to hear, they just don't like it. But if you saw Drake come out instead of Frank Ocean, I'd be fucking gassed. I ain't gonna lie. But like, I wouldn't even care that Frank Ocean weren't there. But that kind of fan base, I don't know why. It's just a weird kind of, it's like a niche kind of fan base, isn't it? And yeah, man, I don't really understand these guys who support them. But yeah, man, for them to boo Drake off is a crazy.
That's a statement, isn't it? That's a statement.
He took it wrong, you know.
He did, yeah. He just went, oh, you know what? You don't want me. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And that's literally what he done. That's literally what he done. And he was like, yeah, okay, fine, I get it. I'm just gonna go.
He's like, I could go for hours. I could go for hours. Like,
Exactly. Fair play, good shout. Number 4, Bill.
Do you know what? I don't know why I put this guy in at number 4. Do you know what? I don't know why I've put The Weeknd below him. But I think the reason I've done it was because when I was a kid, I remember being in the back of the car and this song always used to come onto two songs used to always come onto the radio. And it's Justin Timberlake and Cry Me a River and Rock Your Body. They always used to be on the radio. And I always remember used to sitting there like just bopping along to the music. I mean, obviously you've got his newer stuff with like Mirrors. I think that come out, 2011, 2012 kind of times. And then one of my favourite Jay-Z songs is with Justin Timberlake as well. So
Suit and Tie, wasn't it?
Sorry?
Suit and Tie, wasn't it?
No, it's on his Magna Carta, Holy Grail, it's called.
No.
That's one of my favourite Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake songs.
Fairs. My number 4 is Justin Timberlake.
What's that?
My number 4 is Justin Timberlake as well.
Okay.
Yeah? I mean, I don't know why you doubt it so much. The guy was amazing.
He was good, but then I kind of looked back and I was like, has he really got any, like, loads of solid bangers?
Yes, he has. Go back to his start. He was amazing. Without a doubt. He's one of the first to do it while dancing as well.
Yeah, true.
You know, he brought that into it as well, the different aspects of that. Look, without playing against the stereotypes, to see a white guy do R&B that well was unheard of at the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's just released that new Troll song as well, hasn't he, for the for Disney?
Yeah, I mean, it's
that's a good tune, man.
the guy's brilliant. The guy's absolutely brilliant, and he's very timeless as well with this song. So yeah, I went for Justin Timberlake as well. Jack, number 4.
I went number 4. I've done John Legend, and you guys already touched it, but yeah, he's elite, man. He's just real R&B. Do you know what I mean? He's a real artist, man. And for someone to strip back everything and just play with a piano, do you know what I mean? And just let the vocals do the talking. Yeah, man, he is one of the best to ever done it.
Yeah, 100%. We both mentioned him already. He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Podium positions, right? Top 3. Bill, who is your number 3?
Number 3 for me, and I reckon one of you have got this guy at number 1, to be honest. And I've gone for Chris Brown in at number 3. Now, Chris Brown, obviously, the work rate that comes out of the man is unreal. The features that comes out of him are unreal. He's another one that can sing and dance at the same time. But there was that setback, obviously, after the Rihanna incident. And he didn't release music for, a good year, 2 years? Then he had the beef with Drake going on as well. And there was like little setback after setback. And it's kind of other people kind of jumped into the scene at the time. And that's why I put him in at number 3.
Fair enough. Number 3 for me. It's the first time we mentioned him in this podcast. I put R. Kelly at number 3. He's in my list because we are doing it on music. Let's try and ignore everything else, but you can't ignore everything else. And to be honest, if it wasn't for everything else, he'd probably be higher, you know. But what he done before what he done, or I guess it was during, wasn't it? But what he done in terms of music was amazing. And the songs he had, the features he had, I mean, you talk about a feature king. He could very well be up there as well. You know, the features he had with some people. He had the song with Usher that they done together. He had a song with Cassidy, Hotel, that is absolute banger. I'm a Flirt, the remixes and all that. It's amazing. So, look, you could talk forever about what he's done. And you know what? Trying to put the other stuff aside, when he did work on Aaliyah's album as well, amazing album. One of the best albums of that era. So, for me, R. Kelly number 3. Jack.
You know what? I've done the same. You know, I don't want to contradict myself from.
You contradicted yourself.
But it doesn't mean I'm going to listen to him. But he's still number 3 for me right now. Yeah, because I tried to think about it with an open mind. Yeah, and I just like, obviously Sanjay's already put most of it there. This guy has won 110 awards, right, for his music, and who else can you know has done that? in this day and age. Let's be real about it. But yeah, man, obviously it's album after album was always good. Obviously Ignition's one of the best songs of our era as well. Yeah, man, and the features and stuff like that. But yeah, don't mean I'm going to listen to him. I'm not going to go back and listen to him now. But when you do look at what he's done, the accolades, all that kind of stuff, he is definitely a top 3, especially in this new era as well.
No, definitely. Number 2, Bill.
Right, I've just deep something here. I've missed out my favourite R&B artist out of this whole fucking list.
Well, that sort of defeats the object of a list.
I'm going to deep it, yeah. I can't put him in above these 2 people. That's the only issue. Right.
I'll tell you what. Give us your number 2 first as it is. Then when you give us your number 1, you can mention this other person.
All right, cool.
Who's your number 2?
Number 2, I've gone for R. Kelly.
Okay.
Used to both just touched on it, you know. Take away from what obviously goes on away from music. The man's a legend.
Okay.
He's not a legend, but...
He's a legend, man.
We had a whole podcast of that. Guys, go watch that podcast. We debated that.
We'll link it. We'll put a little link in down the bottom.
I'll have a look at that. But,
the guy's a legend, man.
That was, spoiler alert for the podcast, what one person thought. But yeah, fine. No, I get it. We put him at number 3. We get it. My number 2, me and Jack got 2 artists left. Bill, I'm really struggling because I'm trying to work out your list in my head. Your number 1 should be pretty obvious. I'm trying to think who the hell have you missed out? Because I think your number 1's pretty obvious, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
My number 2, I went Chris Brown, number 2. I went Chris Brown. Bill said it already. The guys, for me, of the generation that we're in, he's the best. And that goes for R&B and, I don't know, it's just the way that he does things, just the way he puts his music out, the dances with it. It's always catchy songs. Like, he can go into hip hop, he can come back, he can do everything in between. The guy's incredible. He's absolutely incredible. And obviously, Jack, you talk about work rate, Frank Ocean. Look at his album, what, 40, 45 songs?
Yeah.
That's work rate as well. So Chris Brown's my number 2. Jack?
Yeah, I've got the same, man. So it looks like we're going the same way, but
Exactly, we are.
this guy's been going 15 years now, and he's still under 30. He might have just turned 30, whatever. But yeah, man, 15 years to stay in the game all that time and still consistently put out bangers. I mean, for me, the reason he didn't get number 1 is just because there is, and then 45 track albums, and I mean, there's 2 of them. There is a lot of duds in there. I'm not gonna lie about it, but yeah, man, for a guy to be doing this 15 years and still be able to put out a 42 track album last year or the year before is mad. Absolutely mad. He ain't run out of things to say, is he? So
yeah, definitely right about that. Right, Bill, before you give us your number 1, who the hell is this artist that you've left out? Is your favourite R&B artist?
Mate, I fucking left Neo out, haven't I? I've left Neo out my list. He's my fucking favourite R&B artist. And I've left the guy out my list. But
I mean, it's not the end. It's not the end of the world to leave Neo out of the list.
No. Neo is fucking amazing R&B artist. Come on, man. I'm surprised no one's actually even not had him in the list somewhere.
I mean, out of the names that you've heard, who would you say is better than? Let's take your list, for example. You've got it in front of you. Who would you say is better than in your list?
I'd probably bump, I don't know, because John Legend needs to be in there. I don't know. I might get rid of either Justin Timberlake or Craig. No, Justin Timberlake.
What?
Oh, you know what? I didn't put him in, but I forgot about it. That's the only reason.
If you were to put him ahead of Justin Timberlake, I would kick you out of this podcast. No way.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Fucking, I've missed him, man. He's my favourite R&B artist.
But then you just haven't given a name where you can put him above.
No, I haven't got a name I can put above.
Why don't you put him in front of that Bryson Trillo or whoever he is?
Yeah, I know. I was thinking I'm going to put him above Craig David, to be honest.
Well, that one you could get away with, yes. Right, Bill, what is your number 1?
Number 1, I have gone for Usher. Now, Usher, without fail, you hear that guy's songs, any club you go into, any kind of history, Capital Reloaded you listen to, Usher's always on there. He's got bangers with DJ Scott's Falling in Love, yeah. You know, there's more to my baby. I think there's one called More to My Baby. That's a fucking banger.
There you go.
What's that?
It's called There Goes My Baby.
There Goes My Baby.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
That's all
right.
right.
I knew there was a T at the start, and I knew there was a baby in there somewhere. You know, the guy is fucking unbelievable. And hence why he's in at my number one.
Yeah, there's number one for me is Usher. Of course it is, because why not? He's responsible for arguably the greatest ever R&B album, 8701. Amazing album. I said arguably, some people would have their favourites, but for me, that was it. And he's also responsible for my favourite ever R&B song, which I know, yeah, Confessions, Burn will all be up there. I like the one with him and Chris Brown because you could really, it was good to put them next to each other. That was brilliant. And I think Gucci Mane was the third one on that. Was it New Flame? If I remember right.
Rick Ross.
Banger.
Oh, Rick Ross, that was it. It wasn't Gucci Mane, you're right. But my favourite R&B song ever is one of his first ones, You Remind Me. That is my favourite ever R&B song. So for me, it was a very simple choice, that one. Usher is number one. Jack, surprise us.
Yeah, I think we've all done the same, haven't we? So yeah, Usher for me, man. Yeah, like the Confessions era, that was just a different level in itself. You think the amount of singles that spawned, like My Boo with Alicia Keys as well, like you say, Burn. What was the other one on there?
Remember Caught Up, they done.
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, that was a banger.
Yeah, man. And this is when I was about 12, 13 as well. So for all these songs to come out in that time and be as big as they were, it was just, yeah, it was a good time for me, man. I used to like that kind of thing. So that's why he's at number one for me as well.
It's mad
because touch the stuff as well, but
it's mad because obviously we had Usher and Chris. Well, and Bill went Chris Brown at 3, but for me and you had Usher and Chris Brown number one. If you take Chris Brown's early stuff, I'm just trying to think back. Except for Run It, which was one of his very first ones, there wasn't too many features at the start. Usher's best song, You Remind Me, yeah, he's got a couple, so not yet. Burn, Confession. There's not features in there. Like he was just doing it himself, and it was amazing to hear, amazing to see as well. So
oh yeah, that, especially 8701. That is such a sick album.
Yeah. No, it's so good. It was so good. So they are our picks. Now is the fun part. Bill's going to try and sneak Craig David and Neo in here. It's going to be interesting. So just really quickly, a couple that haven't been mentioned on here, and say what you guys got. For me, I say my personal favourites. August Alsina was one of my personal favourites. Chingy, love Chingy, love Chingy. I don't like him, but Pharrell, you could argue he was thereabouts. They were mine. Any for you guys?
I had Joe. Do you remember Joe?
Joe.
But he was more 90s, so I didn't put him in. I had Amarian.
Yes.
But there weren't enough songs for me. Lloyd as well, if you remember Lloyd.
Love Lloyd.
But yeah, again, it just weren't enough songs.
Bill?
I've got Mario. I've got Lloyd. I've got, well, this. I think I went back too far with Lionel Richie.
Bill, where's your Akon? What's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Guys, off camera, Bill was giving it all this about Akon, by the way. He's amazing. I love him. He's brilliant.
No, he ain't on the list, though, man.
Can we just say as well, he was going to put him in his top 10.
He was.
Yes. Hey, hold up. Jack, where's Michael Jackson, mate?
I thought we were doing a different Michael Jackson thing.
So,
where's Michael Jackson?
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to put it to people listening. We had an argument off camera. Michael Jackson, is he R&B or is he pop? There's an argument for both. Mine and Billy's argument was he is known as the king of pop. That's our argument. Jack had a very compelling argument as well, though. And off camera, I'll admit, I asked the question: is Bruno Mars R&B? Bill said yes, but then how can Bruno Mars not be R&B, or how can he be R&B if Michael Jackson isn't? Put it to you guys. Might be another podcast.
King of pop, bro. King of pop.
Yes, but you contradicted yourself with Bruno Mars, so you really can't say anything.
So you have ruined your argument now. So
because Bruno Mars.
My argument's back right now.
Bruno Mars literally based himself on Michael Jackson. So
you know what? When we finish this, I'm gonna put a story on my Insta. I'm gonna put it on right now.
How about we'll all do the same, yeah? We'll all put it on.
We'll do it.
No, we'll all do it, yeah? We'll put it on the Urban Rap as well, yeah?
Right, we'll do it after the podcast because it's bad podcast material at the moment.
Yeah,
on your phones.
I'll do it now.
But yeah, fine. So we'll go on there. We'll have a look. You know what? Maybe that's another podcast. Michael Jackson, just in general. So the list, the combined list. So we always work top down from combined lists. So number one, it couldn't be any simpler, could it?
Easy.
Usher at number one. Right, I'll write these ones down. So we've all got Usher at number 1, and yeah, easy one. Number 2. So Bill's got something different to us here. Bill went for R. Kelly. Me and
Or
Jack
as
went
I've spelled it on my notes, R jelly.
for R. Jenny. Right, fair enough.
Jelly, mate.
Autocorrect, right? And me and Jack have gone for Chris Brown. So, Bill, place your argument. We could change our mind.
Well, we, as you just said a moment.
Yep, you might as well just stop there because we're not going to change our mind. You're not having this. I'm going first. Fuck you. You're not having R. Kelly over Chris Brown. No way. No way.
All right. Before I even argue, yeah, Jack, are you agreeing with number 2?
Yeah, obviously.
All right, then there's no point in me fucking arguing in this, really.
Can we just go back? Can we backtrack a minute? Yeah.
All right.
So we're putting Chris Brown number 2, but we're saying that Michael Jackson's pop, right? But Chris Brown based his whole career off of Michael Jackson.
Bill?
No comment.
Now,
If I say no comment, yeah, there's no case, is there? So it's
what I would say is, maybe Chris Brown went a bit more to the rapping side. Rapping side. A bit more rapping in his songs. But look, another podcast. We'll be arguing all day with Michael Jackson.
100%, Sanj. I agree with everything you just said.
Shut up. I'm open to whatever, to be fair. I just thought, yeah, he's more pop, but I can see the argument for R&B. I can see it. So, number 3. Bill's number 3 was Chris Brown. Ours was R. Kelly. Chris Brown is gone. So, R. Kelly number 3?
R. Kelly number 3.
Yeah.
Very simple indeed. Right. This is where it gets very, very interesting. Number 4. Bill and me had Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake.
Jack, who did you have?
I had John Legend.
This is difficult. I'm not going to lie. I had John Legend at number 7.
The thing is, like someone like John Legend, you can compare him to like 80s R&B artists and 90s. Do you know what I mean? Because the voice is just unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? You can go far back and still put him in a top 10 list with people like Luther Vandross and like Lionel Richie and stuff. So for me, he is one of the top.
He's iconic. Let's not get twisted. He's iconic. John Legend. I'm a big fan. For me, the reason I said that Justin Timberlake is just it was just more of his style. I prefer this song, to be honest. It was like I said, he was a white guy going into R&B. You know, he made a statement. He come out of obviously NSYNC and whatever else, and he made a massive statement doing that. And that he's worked with some of the huge people in there. He's got the song with Rihanna. Jay-Z's worked with Snoop Dogg. You know, when that song come out, when Signs come out, whoa, everyone was like, whoa, what is this? That was fire. That's what my argument, is for Justin Timberlake. Bill, what do you think about John Legend?
I feel that I have probably put him a bit too low on my list, to be honest, after hearing like obviously what you guys have just said.
Yeah.
But out of all of his albums, there's only a select couple of songs you can really pull off there and go, do you know what? That's an absolute solid song. It's a banger. You know, there's only a couple of songs that spring to mind whenever I think of John Legend. Okay, fair enough. As you said earlier on, he strips it back. He's got the piano. He has a couple of other little instruments in the background, and it's just you're pure going off that voice. But
if you listen to a whole John Legend album, it's easy listening. So you can
100%. It's easy.
Be doing hoovering or something indoors.
You wouldn't be able to hear it then.
Put your headphones in. And you listen to John Legend, and you soothing, man. The voice is soothing. Like, if your girl's having about you or something, put your headphones in and listen to John Legend, mate.
I'd actually argue that point though. I'd say it's voice-wise, yes, it's easy to listen to. His songs are not easy to listen to in bulk because they're quite down-toned, if you know what I mean. They're quite like, not they put you in a slump or put you like down or anything, but the way he sings, it's a bit like, it's quite reflective singing is what I call it. It makes you think, it makes you reflect. And the things he's talking about, they're not the happiest of subjects, for example. You know, like All of Me, one of his biggest songs. Let's be honest, and I've got to be careful how I phrase this. You're probably thinking about an ex, all right? Let's be honest. It's that sort of song. What I mean, but because it's one of my favourite songs. It's an amazing song, and he's got such a good voice. But it's very reflective, and maybe it's not always easy to listen to in bulk. That's
Yeah, but you can argue and then counter that and say there's songs like Green Light.
Yeah.
And what's his first album?
Do you know what song? Yeah, I'd say you could.
#1 with Kanye West. It's like bouncy, man. Do you know what I mean? And you think he was signed to Kanye at this point, so it was like everything was produced by Kanye, so it was more like the bouncy stuff. You know how Kanye produces, so
yeah,
man.
Yeah,
like, you can counter it because there is a balance if you listen to an album.
Look, I'm gonna say I've probably put him a bit too low in my list, but to be that kind of high up, I don't agree with, to be honest. Like, there's one song that comes to mind straight away whenever I think of an upbeat song by John Legend, and that's Love Me Now. Released probably about 2015, 2016, that kind of time. And that's the type of song, you could probably put your AirPods into or whatever you've got. And you can hoover, you can get Henry out and start fucking hoovering.
Yeah, you know.
Other earphones are available, by the way, guys.
AirPods are the way forward.
I said headphones. I didn't say nothing.
There you go. Thank you very much for that. Right. Decision time.
I didn't put Justin Timberlake in because I ain't gonna lie, I did forget about him. But
if you did, whereabouts roughly?
I would have put him about 6, just for the fact he's more pop.
Okay, so Bill, who's your choice?
Justin Timberlake.
It's harder than I thought it'd be. I love Justin Timberlake. Let's not get twisted. I'm a massive fan.
I think Justin Timberlake was more carried by a Timberland. That's my argument against him. Because he was. If you think
where's Timberland now?
Yeah, but the album after Timberland, he wasn't as good, in my opinion.
So the man's gone on to have great features, and he's now a voice actor in numerous films.
But that's not music, though, is it?
I understand that. I understand that's not music, but he's gone on to have great features with people like Jay-Z, Rihanna, you know.
Yeah, and you think, well, if you think of Justin Timberlake, right, and then you think of 2002, he was putting out, obviously.
I was 5, mate. I don't know.
You heard it on the radio, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere you went, you heard him. So
I remember. Like, Cry Me a River was 2004, wasn't it?
No, it was 2002, 2003. Right, so the album came out in 2002, 03, yeah. And then 10 years later is when he done Suit and Tie and the other one with Jay-Z. What did he do in that 10-year gap, apart from obviously the one with T.I.?
AO Technology?
Yeah, he was on that, but that was about 2007. So you go from 2002, jump to 2007, and then jump again. 2013, 2012.
Rehab with Rihanna?
I don't even know that song is, man.
Whoa!
If I hear it, yeah, I'll probably know, but
I'm not gonna sing because it's going on YouTube. But listen to that song, right?
Yeah. I'll know that. We'll put this disclaimer in. I will know this after I've heard it.
Yeah, that's fine. Now I am gonna go Justin Timberlake. It's so close. Shit, it's actually so close because I said to Bill, I said, you've done him an disjustice doing him at number 9, wherever it was. I said he should be higher. I put him at number 7. He was nearly number 6.
Listen, I wouldn't have put him too far down anyway. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to go Justin Timberlake just because I am a fan. And like I said, for a white person coming in and hard to say. Yes, I think 2002, maybe he did take over the scene that year. You know, he was. It's tough because there was a lot of bias about and whatever else, but he was one of the best. I think he won awards for it as well that year. So I'm going to put him in there just because of the statement that he made when he came on the scene. And you know what, he was a voiceover for McDonald's, so fair enough. But yeah, it's close. It's close. I'm going to go to Timberlake. So number 5. Number 5, I went T-Pain. What about you two?
Number 5, I had Frank Ocean, which no one else put him.
I put The Weeknd.
Weeknd, right? Okay. Jack, you said you didn't put T-Pain because you weren't sure about the genre.
Yeah, not really. I didn't put T-Pain in.
But he's on your favourite song, man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I didn't put him in. I don't know. It just weren't enough for me. Like, I mean, he had the 2 albums that were good, but obviously, like you say, you only pick out the ones you want to listen to. And yeah, a couple of features here and there. That's why I didn't put him in at all. Even though he's got some of my favourite songs, He just didn't have, because I'm trying to look at it like the same way we've done the hip hop list, and by like projects and stuff like that. If you can listen to the things whole way through, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, for T-Pain, I can't listen to a T-Pain album for too long because
not even his first one.
Yeah, the first one, I will probably listen to about half of that. I won't listen to the whole thing.
Fair enough. Bill, The Weeknd.
Weekend, yeah, as I said, his newer stuff I'm not too into, but all his older stuff when he first kind of burst onto the scene, that's why he's in at number 5.
Guys, I'll be honest. I think this is where we put John Legend.
Yeah, I was about to say I think this is where we do put him.
Yeah,
I think it should be a top 5.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's definitely putting John Legend. For all the reasons we said before, without a doubt. So we sort of carry forward all of our picks from that one, and we go into number 6. Number 6, I had The Weeknd.
So I think we're all in agreement because Jack had The Weeknd as well.
Yeah, and like you said, I did undersell him a bit, but he would have been higher. Blah blah blah. But
yeah,
yeah, I think The Weeknd. Yeah, he is one of the best artists of our time. Like the last 5 years at least.
I was gonna say he's brilliant, ain't he? He's absolutely brilliant just to listen to. He has the times where he goes pop, but things like The Hills when he done the remix with Eminem as well. You wouldn't really think that would go things like that, but he's so good at everything he does.
Yeah, you think like his latest as well. He's blown on TikTok, all that kind of stuff, having dances, and yeah, man, he is a very good R&B singer. He does remind me a bit of MJ as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. He's
MJ's pop.
Oh, here we go. Don't react, Jack. Don't react. Bite your tongue.
I'm not. I'm waiting.
Right. Okay. Number 7. I John Legend, so that's sort of gone. I guess I had T-Pain earlier, so whatever. Jack, who did you have?
6, The Weeknd, yeah.
Yeah. So Jack, who did you have for number 7?
Number 7, I had Trey Songz.
Bill.
I had Craig David, but I had Trey Songz before.
Okay. Craig David.
No. I want to get rid of Craig David. Yeah.
No, you can't.
I want to put Neo in there.
And it's not even like you put him at number 10. You put him at number 7. All right. So we're going to talk about this now. All right. First of all, explain yourself, and then apologize. No.
Fucking apologize for what?
Mate,
I want to put Neo in there, man.
Right, hold on. First of all, let's put it out there to everyone. We are all Craig David fans.
Yeah.
Right? All of us are. But 2 of us are realistic Craig David fans. The other one is Billy. Right. Let's be honest. He started off Garage, first of all. That's my first.
I don't get, Bill, how you put Craig David for his first album, Born to Do It, and said it was R&B when he's clearly Garage. And then you're saying Michael Jackson ain't allowed in this list. Like, this is the bullshit right here, right?
Craig, what went through your mind?
Fucking David.
I fucking even put a message in the group chat. Was that Craig David R&B? And everyone replied, yeah, he's R&B.
We did not even reply.
She fucking well did.
No, we didn't.
Maybe it was for this reason right here, Bill.
Well, so you can all make fun of me. Yeah?
There you go.
No, we didn't reply. I'm just going to put this to the camera.
So, I'm looking at songs now, yeah, and I don't actually think he is R&B, no. I'm looking at songs right now, yeah, and even his newer stuff ain't even fucking R&B.
He's a pop.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna hate to say this, right? He's closer to house than he is to R&B.
Yeah, but it's more pop.
Yeah, it's definitely more pop, but he's closer to house than he's R&B.
Yeah, it is.
And that hurts. But I hate house music.
You think it is like the dancey, garagey house? He tried to bring garage back into it as well when he first come back. But yeah, then it kind of just went house, didn't it?
Just because he's got a soft voice, it doesn't make him R&B. Okay. The Bills go with Neo. Apparently, he's putting forward Neo. Yeah, you go Neo.
I'm going with Neo at number 7. No. Well, Trey Songz, then Neo.
Trey Songz.
That's
I'll take Trey Songz there.
Trey Songz, then Neo.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say, right? 2 artists that Jack didn't put in. Tory Lanez and Nelly.
Yeah, and these were the 2 where they were just in between artists.
Right, so if you were to put them in your list, they'd be above or below Trey Songz?
Nelly would be higher. He would have been seventh, I ain't gonna lie. Tory Lanez would have been in there. And Tory Lanez probably would have been about 9.
Okay, so I guess what we're asking now is out of 3, Nelly, Trey Songz, T-Pain, because I've still got that one. And Frank Ocean. Jack's still got Frank Ocean. Who would you pick out those 4?
Right, if we're going to class Nelly as R&B, I'd put Nelly at 7.
Bill? Or Craig David or Neo? Or
Fuck. I want to get Neo in here somewhere. I don't agree with him going above Nelly, no. I don't agree with him going above Trey Songz, no.
So Nelly, we're going Nelly for this one, yeah?
You have to have Nelly.
Right, we're going Nelly. Bill? Nelly?
What's that?
Nelly?
Nelly.
Cool with it, yeah?
Yeah, cool.
Right, number 8. I had Tory Lanez.
Mm.
Who did you guys have?
I had The Weeknd, so...
So that's right, that's good. So Bill?
I had in at number 8, Nelly.
Okay, so Nelly's gone as well. Right. T-Pain, Trey Songz, Tory Lanez.
Neo. Don't forget my guy.
Right, let's have the conversation on Neo. Let's get it done, first of all. Right, state your case.
State my case, yeah? Okay. So I'm going to name a couple of songs right now, yeah?
That's exactly what it is, a couple of songs.
Fucking solid songs, man. Most of these people we're putting in this list, yeah? Actually, no, I'm not going to say what I'm about to say, so I don't make myself look stupid, yeah?
Good. There are probably...
Think before you speak, yeah? Right, Miss Independent, So Sick, Beautiful Monster, 1 in a Million, Let Me Love You, Closer. All fucking solid bangers, man.
Closer was not a banger.
Like dancey, housey kind of.
Closer was not a banger.
House, where?
Closer was not a banger. Closer was crap.
Closer was a banger.
I love
It's Independent, banger. Banger.
Yeah.
So Sick.
Sexy Love.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Sexy
I like
Love
So
when...
Sick.
I didn't like Sexy Love.
No, I didn't like that.
I like So Sick.
And this guy does exactly what we were saying earlier on about Chris Brown. My man fucking dances in the middle of his songs as well.
Whoa, you didn't compare Neo and Chris Brown.
No. I'm saying he dances as well as singing at the same time. He's a fucking brilliant dancer.
All right, so is Neo, for you, I'm going to ask a couple of questions. Is Neo better than Tory Lanez?
Tory Lanez is more hip hop though.
Now, because you listened to his last album. Go before that.
Yeah, maybe before that.
So who's better, Tory Lanez or Neo?
Yeah.
Right, I've got a question for you right now, yeah? You hear the intro to Miss Independent in a club, yeah? And you're in your head and you're thinking, this is going to be Ramping Shot. And then Miss Independent comes on. What are you doing?
I'm fucking disappointed, yeah. I'm fucked up, yeah. I'm fucked up and I'm out, yeah. I'm fucking pissed off, I'm not going to lie.
That was an interesting of a question.
Sorry, I had to do it. But that just proves to the point it's not that good of a song.
It's oh, fuck off, man.
All right, let's put Neo on ice for a minute.
Right.
Trey Songz, Tory Lanez. Who's the other one I said? Trey Songz, Tory Lanez.
T.I., you won't let go of T.I.
T-Pain.
T-Pain.
There's Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean. Jack, I'm going to be honest, right? Let's have a discussion of Frank Ocean because I don't know if Bill is going to get involved in this.
No, leave me out of this one.
All right, Frank Ocean, let's have a discussion. Right. The song She with Tyler, the Creator, is amazing.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing, that song. He has released a lot of good songs and the 2 albums he's done, everything like that. Brilliant. Don't get me wrong. But if we're going for their own music, that's where he falls down because he was brilliant at the ghostwriting, like you say. Amazing.
Yeah.
But I think for his own discography, that's where he falls down against others because his own music isn't as strong. But the things that he's written, if they were like his, for example, he'd be way up on this list. Let's not get twisted. But for what he's actually done, I don't think he competes with the Tory Lanez, Trey Songz, as you guys said. I don't think he competes with them. What do you think?
You know what?
Hold on. Bill's just gone green like he's playing GTA. What's going on there? Anyway, carry on, Jack.
You know what? Like, yes, his writing is incredible, and if you listen to both of his albums, the writing is incredible on there, and there's obviously the visual one as well. But he falls into a kind of a weird thing with R&B because it's kind of a contemporary R&B.
Yeah.
That's kind of, there is like a different market for that kind of stuff. So obviously, if we are comparing him to artists like someone like T-Pain, it's a very different side of the spectrum kind of thing. For me, he's kind of a one that you'd look at, and he's kind of like a John Legend. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, I think he's got a solid. Both of his albums he put out, they were solid for me, but that's because I like that kind of style. Do you know what I mean? And he had obviously the one with Calvin Harris as well, Slide. Thinking About You was a absolutely massive song. But yeah, it's like I say, it's totally. This is one that's down to opinion.
I was going to say, do you think this is more opinionated? Like, for example, I'll be honest, I was going to put in Chingy, which never would have made a combined top 10. But he was, for me, he's amazing. He made those bangers, those about 4 or 5 bangers where everyone loved them. But if you were to probably put his discography against someone else, it's like, well, he probably doesn't quite match.
Yeah.
But,
it's like if you go back to that festival and you think people are putting Drake for this guy.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you were to put him, if you were to go into a room and say Frank Ocean is not in the top 10, you'd get absolutely, slaughtered for that.
100%.
And they're probably the people that will put him at number 1. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree, because his fans are very much like, it's almost like a cult, his fans.
Yeah.
Like you said, other people have got a similar sort of following. They're very much, if you like Frank Ocean, you love Frank Ocean. He is your number 1, number 2, whatever. Whereas if you are a casual fan, where you sort of listen to whatever's going, you don't put him that high up. Like, you know, like I, for example, like I've done. It's just one of those. So, I mean, we said Trey Songz, Tory Lanez, T-Pain, Frank Ocean. Who would you choose out of 4? Okay, sorry. And Neo, apparently.
I'll put Trey Songz in because he's more your kind of typical R&B artist. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, someone like Frank Ocean, I was, like you say, he's got a cult following. Yeah. I was a big fan of the whole Odd Future thing. So obviously when they all first come out, Tyler, the Creator, everyone involved in that kind of group there, I was a big fan of it. So that's why I would put him higher. And I've obviously listened to the mixtapes and stuff like that, and I like the voice. Do you know what I mean? And he was a kind of a influence for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'll put him in. But like you say, it's a whole matter of opinion. If you want to put him in a generic kind of R&B list like we are kind of doing, then yeah, I'll put Trey Songz in, and I'll put Trey Songz above.
Cool. Trey Songz. Bill, what's your choice out of those 5?
Trey Songz.
Oh, you didn't say Neo?
Nah, Neo goes below Trey Songz, I think.
Well, we'll have this argument in a minute. Right, okay, so we're going Trey Songz at number 8. Okay, number 9. Number 9 and 10, let's do them together. So let's just get a list of people that we got. We've got Tory Lanez, we've got T-Pain, we've got Neo, we've got Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Who else have we got on your guys' list, maybe, that we haven't gone through?
Bryson, I don't
think
he's not.
Bryson is an argument. He's not.
I don't think he's in the question of this.
You know what? His first album was fucking mad.
The songs like Don't Exchange, they were amazing.
Yeah.
They were
I think Bryson Tiller's not consistent enough.
I mean, if I remember right, Jack, you were a massive fan of his first album.
I was a big fan of his first album. Yeah. That was when was it? 2016.
Yeah, I think it was about that time.
I was bigging him up to everyone.
I remember you introduced him to me, like into his music.
Yeah, and I don't know, I just didn't like his second one.
Fair enough. Just to add another name there, also Ty Dolla $ign, Jack, you said him as well. So just add another name in there. So Jeremiah, Tory Lanez, Ty Dolla $ign, Neo, T-Pain, Bryson Tiller. Pick 2. Pick 2. For me, I'll go first while you guys are thinking. I'm going Tory Lanez, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, defo.
Yeah.
And I like to say Ty Dolla $ign.
Bill?
Say the names again, please.
Oh, Jesus. I'm doing this off my head. I haven't written this down, by the way. T-Pain, Ty Dolla $ign, Trey Songz, T-Pain, Jeremiah. I feel like I missed one, but maybe I haven't.
What, Neo?
And Neo. Yeah, fine, and Neo, if you're that serious.
Right, I'm going to say Trey Songz at 9, Neo at 10.
Wait, we got Trey Songz at 8.
I said Tory Lanez, not Trey Songz.
No, you did say Trey Songz.
You did say Trey Songz.
Well, Tory Lanez, sorry. Trey
Tory
Songz.
Lanez, no.
How can you say no?
I just don't think his latest project is fucking hip hop, mate.
Yeah, it's all
Your
all the ones before.
mixtape is R&B, and there's 4 of them.
I mean, you could say Chris Brown went hip hop for a while.
Yeah, and you're bigging him up, saying
You
he
could say-
only raps.
You could say The Weeknd and Justin Timberlake went pop for a while.
I don't know, man. Who have we gone for? Who have you gone for? Jeremiah and
Jeremiah and Tory Lanez. Well, actually, if I'm honest, I went the other way. I went Tory Lanez and Jeremiah, but I'm happy for overall.
I just don't think Tory Lanez makes it for me personally.
So, are we all agreed on Jeremiah first of all?
Yeah, Jeremiah number.
Right,
Yeah.
so I'll put Jeremiah at 9. Right, that's pretty fair, right? Okay, so that takes off 1 from the list, and then
So for me, yeah, if you've argued that Nelly's in the list, then I would put Tory Lanez number 10 because he was one, like him and Nelly were both the ones who I was sitting on the fence with because I didn't know what genre they were. So Tory Lanez is solid for R&B. It's not. You think Chicks Take 4? He brought back all the old school R&B tracks. Do you know
put a
what
song with T-Pain on it.
I mean? He
Hold
even
on,
featured them on it.
hold on, T-Pain as well.
Yeah. T-Pain could be in the list.
Hold on, T-Pain.
I just don't see how you guys cannot like Neo and even fucking consider putting him on the list.
Listen, I'm not saying I don't like him. I just say he's not worth it. He's probably 20th on the list.
20? Fam, I couldn't even fucking think of that many people.
20.
20.
Jackson. I thought I don't like him. He's probably about 20.
Fucking hell, mate. You're going to have like fucking Luther Vandross on your list and shit.
Oh,
Then.
if I'm honest though, like I know we're not going to go that far. I'd put Chingy above him. I'd put
Yeah.
August Alsina above him.
Yeah.
I'd put all them lot above him. Neo come out with about 3 good songs.
Yeah. A lot of it was kind of that kind of stuff that a label would make you want to make.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean,
They want sales.
my favourite Neo song is probably feature 50 Cent, Baby by Me.
Yeah.
But it's your best song can't be a feature.
Yeah, but you've got Let Me Love You, 1 in a Million, Miss Independent, So Sexy, Sexy
Read
Love.
them off a list, man.
I actually am reading them off a list right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so all right, go one by one. Go on.
Okay, Miss Independent.
Right, very good song. I think that is his best solo song.
Yeah.
So sick.
Very good breakthrough song.
Yes, and I like that when it come out.
Yeah, good song. Okay, so that's 2.
Sexy Love.
Shit.
That was shit.
He just wearing a big hat to cover his big head. If this channel ever pops and he sees that, I'm so sorry. All right, but next. Next.
1 in a Million.
I didn't like that.
Oh, I like that song. That was probably when I was just finishing school when that song came out.
Next song on your list.
Let Me Love You.
That was dead. I ain't gonna lie, that was dead.
You know what you've missed? The one featuring, was it Rihanna? I Hate That I Love You.
Oh, that was a banger.
You missed that. That was a banger.
That was probably his best song for me.
Yes, that I changed my mind from the 50 Cent one. That was his best song. And Bill don't even know it. Look, he don't even know this.
No, I'm not.
Rihanna carries that.
He don't even know this song.
Rihanna carries that song though. I can't lie.
No, why don't you know this song?
Okay, and so you're not saying Closer's not a fucking banger either?
So you're just coming away from the fact.
Yeah, hold on, Bill. Why do you not know his best song?
What's the song?
He's baffed, mate.
I am
He's
actually baffed right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologise for this. I apologise for Bill. So you've put Neo forward and you don't know his best song.
I don't think that's his best song. Personally.
Yes, it is.
You don't even know the song, that's why.
Whatever.
Oh, man. Look, Neo is good, but like we've just said, I said the 150 Cent, now I'll change to Rihanna. His best song with features.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Let Me Love You was definitely not R&B as well, when you say it.
What's that? Sorry.
Let Me Love You one was not R&B. Closer was not R&B.
So what is it then?
It's fucking like some dance track. Sounds
You're
like
the fucking one that's saying fucking Michael Jackson is R&B.
yeah, but
What
fucking
the fuck
Neo,
is
Let
that
Me
is
Love
sitting
You,
there
yeah.
and claiming Michael Jackson is fucking R&B with songs like Thriller when they start dancing it's like fucking zombies, bro.
Yeah, and then what? Chris
Fucking
Brown
man
does
in
the
the
same
mirror and
zombie
shit like that,
dance,
bro. And
yeah,
you're
and still
fucking
say
saying
it's
it's bad for
R&B, bro.
R&B. Come on.
Mate, you
Come
fucking
on,
see
mate.
Chris Brown do that same zombie dance, you go, oh my god, he's fucking sick. You know what I'm saying? He based his whole career off of Michael Jackson, and you're putting him second or third.
Where have I put him? I'll put him third in my list.
You
Yeah.
put him third, so if you just fucking
Can I ask a really quick question, right? Because there's one that's just been in my head the whole time. What genre can we agree Justin Bieber is?
he's another one. He's on the fence.
Because if he's R&B, I need to change my whole list.
Yeah, because he would be up there.
Because he is number
He's
3.
a pop star, man.
He's number 3 otherwise.
He will.
He's above R. Kelly.
Yeah, he's a pop star, man.
Okay, fine, he's pop star. Okay, I just had to double check because it was just in my head. We kept saying like all these singers that are a bit like Michael Jackson. I'm thinking like not that he is, but I'm thinking, hold on, Justin Bieber's got songs with all these people. Like, let me just double check.
No, he was made for pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was made for the
He little pop star.
and, you know what I mean?
Bill,
Hello.
right? Just forget it. Neo's not making the list.
Alright, can I put Stormzy in at least?
He's probably more R&B than Craig David. Right, so you have a choice of Tory Lanez, Ty Dolla $ign, T-Pain. I can't think of who else anymore.
Say the names again.
Oh my god. Tory Lanez, Ty Dolla $ign, T-Pain,
Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean.
We haven't mentioned Jaquees.
Used to.
Oh yeah, Jaquees, sorry, yeah.
Jaquees.
Used to have both agreed on Tory Lanez anyway, so this fucking puts on.
Well, hold on. Jack, have you agreed on Tory Lanez or T-Pain?
Nah, you know what? I put Tory Lanez there.
Yeah.
They're similar artists if you think about it.
Yeah.
They're very similar artists. Tory Lanez is just a new school T-Pain, isn't it?
Well, that song that he redone, his Unsprung, that was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's one of my favourite songs, man.
That's
But
so good.
I'd put Tory Lanez. I'd listen to Tory Lanez more.
You remember like T-Pain's first album, I'm in love with a stripper, and was it Bartender, all of that?
Yeah, I know, man.
Oof. Right, okay, so we're not going to make Bill choose because he's going to say something silly, like Neo. So I think we're going to go Tory Lanez, swearing at me.
Yeah,
I think we're going to go Tory Lanez on that one. Right, that was more painful than I thought, to be fair. But
hard work, man.
the list is complete for us. Well, is it complete? I'm going to say it out loud because you might think, hold on, switch or something. I'm going to say it out loud once. Number 10, Tory Lanez. Number 9, Jeremiah. Number 8, Trey Songz. Number 7, Nelly. 6, The Weeknd. 5, John Legend. 4, Justin Timberlake. 3, R. Kelly. 2, Chris Brown. 1, Usher.
No, mate, it's wrong.
Oh,
It's wrong.
God.
One Direction at the top, 100%.
Billy won't be on next week's podcast, guys. No, that's a solid list, to be fair. We didn't really talk about it because we didn't have to because we all agreed Usher really quickly as number 1. Amazing artist, absolutely amazing artist. What's your thoughts on Usher?
You think no one's really touched what Usher's done, really?
Yeah.
I think he's like a real R&B artist. Had that whole hype around him for how many years? No one's really had that kind of the way that Usher made you feel when you first heard him. I don't think. No one's had that for absolute years, and that's why he's got to go at the top of the list.
100%. Was it Bill?
He's another one of them ones. Once again, I'm going to say you kind of watch his videos as well. And he can sing and dance at the same time. And I mean, you hear as I said earlier on, you hear his kind of older stuff. You still hear it today, and you got to get up and you got to fucking start dancing, haven't you?
It's amazing. I mean, just quickly on Usher, obviously, he's done everything, like you guys have said. Just to echo what you guys said, he's done everything. Dancing wise, you look at the Caught Up video, it's such a good video, that one. I'd go back personally to the one with Chris Brown was interesting because you really wanted to see them dance against each other. You really wanted to see it. But I don't think either guy would ever agree to it just because you'd show one of them up. For me, I think Usher would have won. Usher was brilliant back in the day. You look at I think it was the Burn video when he's outside the Lamborghini or something. He does that little dance. And then if you take it back a bit more, the You Remind Me video when he does it, is it the fire background again outside the car? Amazing little dance sequence. And that was what? Jack, help me out. Was that 98, 99? That song? You Remind Me?
Was about 2001.
About 2001, fair enough. But
he had the one before that in about 96.
Yeah, he had a really old one.
Which is still a good song as well today.
Yeah, exactly. He's one who's collaborated with Chris Brown. He, obviously, the R. Kelly collab was huge. You Remind Me, the same girl. I haven't met a person who doesn't like that song. It probably means different things now, but that's fine. Well, it's not. But
can we just go? Sorry. You were saying the song about Gucci Mane.
Yes.
They did do one. It was called Party.
Oh yeah.
So they done two together. Chris Brown.
That was it. Party. Yeah. I thought it was going mad. Yeah, fine. But I do remember the Rick Ross one as well. That was they're all dressed in white, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were standing on some podiums or something. They were standing on
that's the one. Yeah. That was Rick Ross.
That was Rick Ross, right? That was the one I was going for, to be fair. Yeah, absolutely fine.
Party was good as well.
Yeah, Party was a very good song. So that's our list, guys. Usher number 1, Chris Brown number 2, R. Kelly number 3, and go back and watch the podcast for the rest. Thank you again for joining us once again. Any final words from anyone? Don't say Neo, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and listen to this song.
Yeah.
Good idea, Jack. Any final words?
Crying the other room
now. Jack, any final words?
No, it's all for me, mate.
Wicked. Well, guys, thank you once again for listening to our podcast. Please like and subscribe and comment. Also, we've got a few other little projects going on, reaction videos and so on. So please take a look at those. And until next week, stay safe. Peace.